Sir, one of the main recommendations of the Press Commission has been the establishment of a press council consisting predominantly of representatives of the industry, which should undertake responsibility for regulation of the press in general. The Commission found in the course of their inquiry that journalists had not come out to condemn in their writings the existence of objectionable and what is known sometimes as the yellow press. This is, generally speaking, not only for maintaining the standards of journalism but also for public criticism. Since this is a matter of serious consequence, the Commission posed the question to most journalists and journalistic institutions who appeared before them to give evidence. The consensus of opinion was that it would be better if there is a body predominantly formed of journalists to judge and direct journalists in maintaining ethical standards in the matter of journalism. The Commission therefore came to the conclusion that the best way of maintaining professional standards in journalism would be to bring into existence a body of people, principally connected with the industry, whose responsibility it would be to arbitrate on doubtful points and to censor anyone guilty of infraction of the code. I would like to emphasize the word censor. The object before the Press Commission was the formation of a body which will not deliver a judicial judgment but would point out the culprit and condemn him morally and nothing more. For that he is judged guilty at the bar of moral public opinion. The principal functions of the Council, as proposed by the Press Commission, would be to help newspapers to maintain their independence, to evolve and maintain standards of journalistic ethics, to keep under review developments tending towards monopoly, and to promote research and provide common service to the press. These are the main objectives that have been proposed by the Press Commission. The function of the Council given in Clause 12 of this bill is not only in line with the recommendations of the Commission but also broadly takes up those which are existing in the General Council of the Press in the United Kingdom. The emphasis, no doubt, is on the liberty of the press, and the Council, when formed, will no doubt recommend lines on which the freedom can be preserved. The Council would be an autonomous body in the discharge of its functions and regulate its procedure.